Hello everyone, very good evening. Hope I'm audible and am I visible to all of you? Very good evening, Divakarji, Achintya, Nithila, Garima, Arnav, and somebody with Techno Spark, please rename. And
Dina.
Divyesh is coming now. So who is with Techno Park?
Dina.
Dina, rename it. Shall I rename it? Or you will do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
I will do it. So it's Dina. Perfect. So, and Divyesh also joined now and Arnav. Perfect. Welcome everyone. Hope everybody is doing good. I know you people have started making moves. So I'll tell you what is the plan for next 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. Today we are going to cover 8 to 10 strategies or more. Then again, we next make couple of sessions more strategies. And once we cover the strategies, then I'm going to do very important tactics and traps. And so we're done with that. Say 3 or 4 classes. Then I'm going to discuss about important way of opening the games, like what are the very popular and what are the very strong openings, defense, middle game, and the end game. And in between, in some classes, it's a voluntary. It's not for everyone mandatory, but you are playing game with me, right? The chess games, a lot of games. So if any one of you want, I can spend few minutes in every session to analyze your game to see where was the mistake. But you'll be open to just look at it because it's just the practice games we are playing, right? And you are supposed to do mistake, right? So there's not a problem. So first understand all the strategies, then tactics, then all traps and all. And in between, from say after next week or even from today's, if anybody want to just, I can open your game if you want, and then we can discuss what can be the better. That's it. Okay. So that way we can see the live games and we are able to learn from what mistakes you are doing. But then you have to tell me, sir, can you analyze my game, right? Good. Shall we start? Everybody, can someone speak so I can see I am audible? I know, but whether you are audible to me or not, any one of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Divakarji. Good. Ruvantika, good evening. So let's start. So anybody remember I told you 3-point, first thing I told you 3-point method. And then I told you top 2 strategies. Can Achintya or anyone tell me what is the 3-point method I suggested before you make any move? Yes, Achintya?
Objective
think about why you're moving a certain move, right? No blind move.
Yes.
You have to think about why. Okay, first is objective.
What will happen if you put a piece in a certain position?
No, you have to think what. Okay, anyone, Divakarji, want to say?
Sir, was your piece defending any piece?
Because before you start moving, suppose you're moving some pawn or some, say, bishop, you have to think about whether your particular bishop or pawn was defending something. If you move, the defense will go, right? That's very important. Good. And what was the third one?
Which piece you are going to attack?
Which you're going to attack. That's important. There are 3 things, right? First, objective. Second, look at your defense. Whether are you going to lose a defense. Third, you have to see whether are you going to attack or anything. This move or next 2 moves or 3 moves. And same thing should have done for opponent also. You listen very carefully. I'll give you example. Same thing you look for opponent. When opponent moves something, you will start thinking, oh, if opponent moves something, I'll give you example, okay? Before we start the next. Let's see. Are you able to see my analysis board? This? Is everyone able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So let me put now what I'm saying. When you do this 3-point strategy, how to look from opponent side. Just say example, suppose some move is like this, some move was like this, suppose say some move was like this. I'm just making some move, okay? And say some move was like this. Now, suppose like this. And say, for example, something say, it's like that. Okay? Now, suppose opponent moved something and you move something. Listen carefully now. So this is the position. Now, if suppose opponent move this, suppose Before you do your move, you think that if opponent moved this, what is the weakness in opponent? This pawn was guarding which piece of white? Tell me. This pawn was guarding one this pawn and one this bishop, right?
Yes.
The moment the white person moved this, there is no defense for this. There is no defense for this. You can easily capture. What I'm trying to say is, even when opponent moves, you have to start thinking. That is your opportunity, right? If opponent moves something, his piece was guarding something. So that then you have to think whether he's attacking you. So that three rules applies to both. When opponent moves something, ask what is his objective, what his piece defending something, what his piece attacking you. So you have to think both ways. Clear, everybody? Very good. You start thinking initially, you start learning how to play. And I have seen when I played games with you, many are just putting. I'll tell you some examples. You will not believe. Means I'll not tell whose name it is, but I'll tell you some examples. Suppose say somebody's piece was here. Okay, listen very carefully. When I moved this, why I moved this? Why I moved this pawn? Tell me. Why I moved the black pawn? Anybody can tell me? What is my main objective?
The queen.
To capture
To capture the queen, attack the queen. But you will not believe, some of them ignored this. They never moved the queen. They said they tried something. Suppose somebody moved this. I'll obviously capture here. So guys, those are very, very basic things. You have to always think about. I have seen some of the players I'm playing with you. Such a basic thing you are ignoring. Don't do that. Ask yourself, you're moving something, your piece is defending something, or your piece are getting attacked. You have to ask the three questions yourself. Clear, everyone? That is yesterday's thing. So I also told you 2 strategies to start with. Today I'm going to do more strategies. But I told 2 strategies. What were the 2 strategies I told? We started discussing strategies. Remember? This is 3-point method. But I told you top 2 strategies. First one was anyone.
center.
Divakarji, yes, please.
Capture the center.
Capture the center. Which squares are center square, Nithila? There are 4 squares in center. Which one we talk about? Tell me the naming convention.
E4, E5, D4, D5.
E4, E5, D4. Very important. Yes. So first strategy was capture the center. What was the second strategy? The most important strategy.
First 5 to 10 moves should be to develop your pieces.
And Divakarji, this is the major thing in every chess game. You should develop. Okay? First, now please write from now onwards. Strategy number 3. Strategy number 3. Let me open a notepad here so that I can. No, but it will not be visible to you. Okay, that's fine. Let me write here itself. I'll write in this box. Okay. Strategy number 3. It is not mandatory, guys, but it is better. Knights before bishop. Tell me what does it mean? The third strategy, good to do, is knight before bishops. Means what?
We shall move knights.
Yeah, we should start developing knights before bishop is getting developed. Very important. But it's not a rule. It's a good to do. For example, if I am suppose doing this, okay, suppose say obviously first white will play. I played this. It can be bad or good, doesn't matter. Better to develop knights first, not bishops first. Better. It's not mandatory, though we can do it also. But knights before bishop. Very simple strategy. Okay. Now, one mistake a lot of people do too often, and that is what strategy number 4. Do not move. Okay, let me write it bold. Do not move same piece twice. So what is the meaning of this and why? Initially for first few moves, okay. Do not move same piece twice. Why? Anybody want to tell me? Achintya? Garima? Divyesh? Anybody come on? Why? Just tell your thoughts. Any one of you, please.
We will lose one chance to develop another piece.
That is the main thing. We will lose a tempo. Tempo is the most. See, you win or lose chess game just by one move, right? You will be behind by a few moves if you start moving one same piece. For example, suppose say somebody did done this, then white started doing suppose something like this, then I started moving this bishop. Now white put this. I say, okay, let me start putting here. Where is my bishop went? Okay. My bishop was here. Now white put this. I put this. See how many tempo I am losing. Actually, I am defending a lot right here. Because initially I made unnecessary aggressive move without thinking about it. Don't try to move same piece twice. You will lose the tempo. You will lose your moves. You will be behind. Your opponent will develop few pieces. You will be just moving same piece again and again. I'll give one more example. A lot of people do that. And I have seen in my games also. Okay. Let's say white does this. Say does this. White does suppose say something. Again, I'm just putting some random moves. Okay, it's not like these are the good moves. White say, okay, let me start attacking. Okay. He moved queen so fast. That's fine. Suppose say move this. White started moving. Now see what happens. White started moving. So what you will do? We have to start defending queen now, right? Okay, white say, okay, I'll put it, say, not here. Say, I'm just trying to see where, say, suppose here. Which is a bad move, but let's say here. Then suppose, say, this here. Again, you have to move, right? Because you are moving aimlessly your queen, what you're trying? You're losing all your moves or not? Black is happy. Black is moved pawn. Black has moved the bishop. But you are, what is your development? Nothing much, right? You still keep defending. If I am white, I'll do this also, right? I'm just changing your queen and you are moving the black is moving the queen. So bad, right? So my point is, do not move same piece twice unnecessarily, right? Yes, there is something necessary, very important. We will do it, but it's a rule of thumb. Clear? Stop if any is not clear. Next is very easy. We already talked about it, but let me say very specifically. Study number 5. Do not get out queen too early. And tell me why. Do not get out queen too early.
Because it's the most valuable.
Most valuable. Though many people say, sir, that is my most powerful piece. Correct. What is the problem is? It is the most powerful piece, but more valuable. So you can't exchange queen with anything else apart from queen, right? Mostly. You move 2 out without too much support, your queen will be chased like the way I showed just now in the black, right? Don't get out too early, right? See, it's okay to lose pawns or minor pieces in exchange of the bigger pieces, major pieces. Queen is too valuable, right? Even rook is too valuable. So idea is, at least for queen, don't try to hurry to get queen out, because then every pawn or bishops or knights will be start attacking queen. You will just moving in the whole board to defend the queen. Correct? Don't try. You will lose a lot of chances. Plus, you may you all believe me, people can do mate in 7 or 8 chances itself. Your queen will be just chased down. So don't try. Clear rule. Study 5 is easy. So sixth one is also kind of recommendation. Castle within 10 moves. Acha, anybody watched a few months ago this World Championship happened between anybody watched few months ago the World Championship Chess Championship happened, right? Between Carlsen and Nepo. Anybody watch? If you watch that, I was watching this live only chess and all. It was amazing. But see, I have seen in most of the games, both players they castle within 10 moves. It's a self-explanatory why we should do, right? It's not a rule, it's not mandatory, but again, try to castle within 10 moves. And how you count move? One move is your one move, opponent one move is count total one move only. For example, let's say we are here. So let's say he started E4, say E5. This is not two moves, one move. Total called one move. I'll tell you naming convention how we write on the PGN the moves, but this is how it is. So within 10 moves, with including total 20, you should be able to castle. Okay? Self-explanatory. Defense is important. Next, very important. You will, when you learn little bit of advanced chess, you will start feeling key. This is one of the very nice things. Now tell me, what do you mean by that? Very, very. Connect rooks. When you start playing little more advanced and little more, you will know that connecting rooks is the best thing to do. So what does it mean? What does connect rooks means, guys? Obviously, it will not happen in first 10 moves. It will take little more time. But somehow you get an opportunity to connect rooks. Anybody want to tell me, Divyesh, Arnav, Garima, what do you mean by connect rooks? In just rough idea, I am going to tell you anyway with example.
Is it like keep two rooks in this like next to each other?
Go put two rooks in the same file or same rank. Because suppose I'll tell you, it will be like, I'll tell you the reason. Say we put suppose somewhere here, some rough move I'm making, okay. The rook came here somehow because of some reason. And again, some move happened. Say it came here. I'm just trying to make it suppose something. I'm just giving some example, okay. Look. So suppose my two rooks are here. So I have connected the two rooks. Why? Both rooks are defending each other or not. So when you see when the game reaches to your mid level and the end game, if you connect the rooks, it's a super advantage. This rook is defending this rook is defending this. Both are self. Connecting rook is one of the very good strategy in the end games. When the board is empty, almost empty. Connecting the rooks. Just we write down the strategy now. You start playing now, you will see the real advantage. Oh, I connected the rooks, both are defending each other. So good. Connect rooks. Clear, Nithila? Is everyone clear what connect rooks means? Please ask me if you feel different. Now, very interesting. Next one is rook should go. Okay, let me copy paste from my notes. And when I do all the strategy, I'm going to post the strategy also in our server. You all have a copy of it, okay? And also I'm going to share, once we do all the study in game, I'm going to share a very nice books on chess. You must read that, but not now. First you get the main idea with me, play, and then you start reading those. Study number 8, very interesting. First tell me what does it mean. Rook should go on an open or half open files. Can anybody explain what it means? Rook should go on open file or half open file.
Does it mean like empty or half empty file?
Exactly. Because it's like that. Rooks works best when it is open file. Or it works better when it is half open. What is the open file means? The open file means is, if I put like this, see my rook at d6. You see the black rook at d6? It's an open file. Why? Because your rook is not, you can say, interfered, or your rook is not stopped by any of your pawns. Your rook is not blocked by your own pawns. Do you see any black pawns here in between? Because pawn, the drawback is, pawn suddenly cannot give the way, right? Pawn goes only straight, right? So if there is no pawn in between, your pawn, I'm not saying opponent pawn is good, we can attack them. This is, no, you say your rook is on open d file. D is the open file, completely open file. None of your pawn is blocking the d file. Very good. It's a direct attack. Or Or if I put, suppose say, this pawn was here. See the rook at the B6, half open file. It's blocked by one, that's fine. Not too many pieces. Half open file is okay. Full open file is perfect. Now you might think, sir, what else? If it is like this, if it is like this, then very bad, right? So half open is good, but completely open rook is good. So your rook should go on open or half open file. Write down this. When you start implementing strategies, it will be, when you collect all the states together and start playing, you will look with them. So rook should go on open files or half open files. That's why I said what is files and what is right? That's it. Got everybody? Any question? Arnav, Karima ji? Let's try 9th one. Strategy number 9. Knights on the rim are grim. What do you mean by this? Knights on the rim are grim. Knights on the rim are grim. It's like very interesting. Who will explain me this? Nitila? Or
Does it?
Yes.
I mean, knights on the edge are like serious.
Rim is last column, first column, last row, first row.
Yeah.
Why? Suppose my knight is here. How many move this black knight can make? This black knight can make how many moves? How many moves? As of now, let's keep this also there. Only 2, right?
Only 2.
But maximum a knight can make how many moves? How many places?
4.
If I put my knight, suppose I'm just trying to, okay, let's clear it. If my knight is here and white knight is here, tell me black knight can move how many moves? Only 2, right? But white knight has how many moves?
8. White can move 8.
See the difference? Knights on the rim. If you put your knights on the rim, you are trying to make your less moves. Like you are trying to restrict your own knight. So avoid. I'm not saying depends on the overall situation of game, but try to put knights on the rim. But try to avoid on H or A or first or N. Obviously, when it's required to attack or to defend, you do. But even if you put here, it's not as good, right? Full capability of knight can try 8 different positions. This is also bad, right? So knights on the rim are grim. Don't unnecessarily move knights to rim. For example, if your knight is here. Suppose knight is here. I am telling about black knight. Suppose it's here. Some situation is there which is very neutral. You have 2 choices. Either you can want to go F6 or G6. Which will you prefer? F6, right? Because then knight will have more places to move on. But if you try to move from this to H6, you are restricted your knight. That's why I say knights on the rim are grim. Cool. Keep asking me, anybody, any difficulty? Now, this is a very important one. And it's like good to know this rule because both ways. I'll tell you why both ways. Let me explain. Rule number 10 or study number 10. Avoid double pawns. Tell me, who will tell me what is double pawns mean? What is double pawns? Very bad way for people who are doing double pawns. Very good way for people who are trying to get double pawns. Any idea? I'll explain with the example. I do a lot of this time. You would have seen, I try to make double pawns for you so that you are in a little negative position. Pawns not defending themselves. Not necessary, Divesh, but good. Yes, that's good. Garibaji, any idea, Garibaji? Why? What is meaning of double pawns? Dina, any idea? Feel free to guess. So I'll explain.
Two pawns in the same number means like in the fifth row there are two pawns together.
No, row is okay in the same column. I'll tell you why. You are right.
5.
Sorry?
Like example E5 and D5.
No, E5, D5 is very good.
Okay.
If you put like this, it's like you are controlling how many squares? This, and this.
Yes.
That is very good. But I think avoid double pawns, let's understand. So, suppose the situation is like this. And now suppose black put this. Say white put, suppose say something. Now black put this. And white say, okay, I will kill. So what happens? Done. Now white has two options. Either it can capture with pawn or with queen. No, I'm not saying queen capture is better here. I'm telling you what is double pawn means. Now if white captures with this is double pawn. Because this pawn is blocking this pawn, right? It's totally waste. So if I am black and suppose that Nithila is white, I will try something so that Nithila ends up with double pawns. It's good for me, right? So as a black, I will be happy if she can do double pawn. So Nithila should avoid making double. So as a player for self, you avoid double pawns. As a player other way, you try to make your opponent has double pawns. Double pawns are bad. Triple pawns are worst. But triple pawns are rare, but I have seen in some of my games. Triple pawns are worst. Double pawns are not as good. There are some exceptions where, depending on the game position, you may take a decision. But otherwise, double pawns are very good. Is it okay now, Nithila? Arnav, Achintya, everybody, Divyesh, what is double pawn means? Ruvantika, are you able to hear me? Double pawns means don't try to get in a position double pawn. And I have seen a lot of people, they end up doing so many double pawns. So many. See how this board look like. Double pawn, double pawn. So many things we are blocking yourself. See, it looks so bad for white here, right? So, study number 10, avoid double pawns. Let's try one more. 11th. Tell me, this is for end game, guys. This 11th one is for end game. Achha, you know what is end game and what is I'm talking about end game and what I'm talking about middle game, openings. You understood what I'm trying to say here? Openings anyway, first 10-15 moves are called openings because you are trying to set up what kind of attack and defense you are doing. Middle game is between, let's say, 10-15 moves to say 30-40 moves. Middle game. You're trying to, middle of the game is like neither just the start, neither you are just closing to either draw or you can say win or lose. Middle game, like around 20-40 moves. But end games, when there are few pieces left in the game and you are trying to work with those only few pieces, we call it end game. End game is like say 10 pieces, 12 pieces, only 7 pieces, 8 pieces, like all like this. So now rule number 11 is useful more about avoid isolated pawns. So who will tell me? Ishan, you just joined. Welcome. We
I
talked
was
about.
outside, so
I know that. So hope you will watch the videos once, whatever part you missed. Okay. So Divyesh says isolated pawn means pawns not connected to each other. Very good. Divyesh, explain to everybody. You are right. Explain how.
Means one pawn should be defending another pawn.
For example, guys, as of now, these all are connected because there is no gap in. Suppose say I put something. Suppose I put something, and suppose somebody kills. Or okay, so forget the white. It's not about white. My 1 point is there. No, these 2 pawns are connected. There is nothing in between. These 2 pawns are connected. No, I put it here or here, doesn't matter. These pawns are connected, right? Because if I move this, it's defending. Or if I move this, they're defending. Or even they're defending there. If there is any gap in between the pawns, row wise, rank wise, they are only isolated plans. So why it is recommended you should avoid isolated plan, just because when you do end game, it's very important. Because in the end, pawn game is become very, very strong. If your pawns are isolated, then they are not as useful compared to when pawns are connected. So avoid in the game having isolated pawns. Understood what is isolated pawn means? Everyone? No, I'm not saying, okay, see, if this pawn is here, tell me, I'm telling about pawn C4 and pawn B6. C4 and B6 are isolated pawns or not? C4
Yes.
and B6.
Yes.
No, they are not isolated. They are not. Because anytime they will anyway, they are in the, you can say nearby, or you can say on the nearby files, right? They are not isolated. Isolated pawn means this pawn is not there at all. So pawn at E5 and pawn at C5 are isolated. There is nothing in between. So whatever they will be able to connect. So tell me, pawn at E and pawn at C, will they be able to connect now? Whatever moves you make? No, right? No, they are isolated. But even if this pawn at B and pawn at C, they are not isolated. Some point of the game, I will be able to connect them. They will be able to defend themselves, or they will be able to work together. More example. Tell me now, I am telling only about, let's clear the board. Let's put one pawn here, 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 one pawn here. Tell me which pair of pawns are isolated. First tell me which pair of pawns are isolated.
So D6 and B2.
B2.
You are correct. D6 and B2. Good. One more.
E4 and G7.
Very nice. Got everybody? Why? Because whatever you try, this pawn will move here only, right? Yeah, unless, no, I am saying as of now they are isolated. But suppose say your opponent is here and you do it. No, they are not this, right? No, you again become non-isolated. So that's level up. But try to avoid isolated pawns. You will see all the advantage when you start playing game and end game. You will know that connected pawns are much better than isolated pawns. Is everyone clear? I know Dina, I know Divyankar is answered, Divyesh answered. What are others? I don't heard anything from Arnav today. I don't heard anything from Garima today. I don't heard anything from Ishan. Spoke little bit. Guys, hope everybody is getting it. What is isolated pawn and what is connected pawn? Perfect. Garima, are you there? I have not heard from you today at all. Perfect. I can see your chat. So rule number 11 is done. Rule number 12. So what I'm trying to say is, rule number 12 is, or strategy number 12 is this. Don't trade bishop or knight. Okay, pair, that is my way of saying it. Not always, but if the situation is neutral and you say, oh, I should trade. Actually, you know what is trading and exchanging means first? Before I start explaining, yes, Ishan. What is trading or exchanging means?
Sir, can I?
Exchanging means just kill a piece and they can just capture your piece. Then
Yes.
means,
Trading a
if
piece or yes. Continue, Ishan. Yes, continue.
if a bishop captures a knight, then if it is supported by a pawn, so the pawn can kill, and that is called an exchange.
For example, suppose, okay, you are right. Very right, Ishan. Ajit, you want to add something?
No, sir.
So see what happens now. This is a situation where black has to move. Okay. Now what is happening is I am capturing knight and I am losing my bishop. What happened? I traded my bishop with his knight. I am not saying it always bad, but there is reason ki why. Just because there is neutral position and we just try to trade bishop with knight, it's not good. Can anybody tell me why? You understood what is trading of bishop with knight or trading of any piece with any piece? You understood what is trading means and what is exchanging means? Or for example, let me tell you one more way for exchange and trading means. For example, suppose say somebody's queen is here. Okay. No, I just play. No, my chance is there. We exchange the queen. I'm not saying bad this time. My thing is, that is the meaning of trading and exchanging. You are capturing the same value piece of your opponent with you. So you are trading. Okay, what is trading means? What is exchanging means? No, I'm asking you why I'm saying don't trade bishop for knight in general. Why? Anyone? Nitila? Tina, anyone please? Divyesh? Anybody any thoughts? Arnav, I didn't heard you today. Why? Any reason?
Maybe knight is more powerful.
In such a situation, I'll tell you when is knight more powerful and when is bishop more powerful. But the basic reason is, guys, initially you have pair of bishop, right? Bishop pair works very, very dangerously. There is nothing called knight pair, but bishop pair. This is your black bishop, this is white bishop. The moment you start trading one, see, suppose you traded this one. You killed it, captured it. No, your opponent has two bishops, right? And you have only one bishop. See the drawback now. Your bishop will go, no, which bishop you have? The black squared bishop, right? So any on the board, this black bishop can go on white squares? Never, right?
No, sir.
So half of the places you say you cannot move now. It's bad, right? You exchange the pieces to knight with the bishop, almost equal value, so no problem, no gain. But see the opponent is white bishop and black bishop both. He can move to white place, he can move to black place, whether he wants to attack or defend. But you are restricted. You can attack and defend only the black pieces, black places. Loss, right? So bishop pair is important. So bishop pair, try not to break your bishop pair unless you are having a gain. For example, I'll tell you what I mean by gain. For example, suppose say it's like here, it's here, and suppose say it was not here. Just I'll give you an example, okay? This is a very bad example, but still I'm giving you. Okay. Suppose this is the situation, and suppose black has to move. Now, if you capture from black the queen, and obviously he'll capture, you have lost the bishop pair, correct? That's fine. Why? You captured a queen, the bigger piece. So then not a problem. Because when you're getting a gain, then no problem. All the rules are applied well. It's a neutral thing and you are not really gaining. So don't be over excited and just try to exchange unnecessarily without real gain. So my point is don't trade bishop for knight. Because bishop pair is important. Is absolutely crystal clear? Rule number 12. Study number 12. Next is study number 13. Very interesting. This is self-explanatory. Tell me what does it mean? Study number 13, I am saying avoid moving pawns in front of castle king. Means what? I am saying in the front of castle king. Who will explain me?
Sir, can I?
Ishan want to explain. Ishan, what does it mean?
Means whenever your king is castled, the front pawn should be not moved, because if we move one of these pawns, many pieces can attack from anywhere.
That's the point. Say this is my castling as of now. Or suppose say white is castled like this. Correct? I expect you castling a lot, right? As of now, all these pawns, again, this pawn is gone, it still is a problem. Suppose this is here. See, your king is empty because this pawn is gone, right? Earlier we moved it. Suppose somebody say, okay, I'll move this to attack something. Okay, what you're doing? So what I'm trying to say is, if you're talking about this black king in this spot, these 4 pawns are very important. Don't try to move this pawn unnecessarily, start on the game in first 10, 15 moves or 20 moves, because you are unnecessarily making your king open. That is what Ishan said. Or even for white, don't try to move this pawn unnecessary to make some kind of defense. That's a bad strategy. Don't expose, the idea is don't expose your king too early. Clear? And I have seen a lot of people do that. The moment, suppose if I start attacking, and you know, sometimes I'll induce you. Please, I'll intentionally make your pawns to get weakened. So you have to play such a strategy that you unnecessarily do not expose your king to the attacks. Because you know what? I am playing games with you, some of you. You would have seen that I am giving a lot of checks to you, right? Because you opened your pawn so early. I'll keep giving you checks and I'll keep capturing your pieces. Correct? Because when I'm giving you check, you don't have any option just to defend, right? Forget all development, forget everything, forget attack. If suppose I am giving you checks, the only purpose for you will be to defend, right? So don't expose your king. And one of the reason or one of the way to expose your king is you start moving the pawns in front of the castle king. So don't move pawns in front of the castle. Cool, everyone is okay? Any question? So what we're going to do is, let's start using this 13 strategy till I told you. We are going to cover more strategies in the future games. Now we can, in next few minutes, we can analyze some games if you want. Anyone if you want to give me or ask me how to analyze games or any kind of mistake, I can open with your games. Anybody want to tell? I can tell you from move 1 what was the mistake you made. Anybody want, willing, any one of you? Your games are there with me on chess on web, right?
So you can try that on mine, but there
Sure.
are not much moves.
That's fine. I'll surely. Okay. Very good, Divakarji. I'm very happy that a lot of people are scared ki, oh, what? Why what? It's fine, right? Because we are learning chess. So let's try.
So it's getting afraid or getting scary about something will not help.
Exactly. Because you are right. Getting scared and afraid will always be that afraid. So Divesh, I'll go to yours also. So let me open. First of all, give me a second. You said very right, Divakarji, and I'll tell you why it's very right, because I'll tell you one thing. It's not about chess, but it's about like a small story of mine, my personal life. I was scared of talking in public when I was in software. I was working Motorola in 2001. Means I can speak to one and 10 people, but if there's a big group, suppose you know this big town hall presentation happens, right? Some CEO is coming and all. I was, yes, Divesh, actually I'll do you for you also. So why I'm saying, Divakar, you said very right thing. I was scared. Your CEO of company is coming and they will, how can I ask the question? I'm so afraid. What if they think I am foolish and all? But because of that, what happened is, I'll never open up, right? So like you told today, one of my colleague in Motorola, thanks to him, he told me, Rakesh, forget it. You go and ask. Next time, you go and ask. Like the big town hall, 3,000 people. Our Mark Zuckerberg was there, CEO of Motorola at that time. Not Zuckerberg, sorry. I forgot the name. So he was there. The big town hall happened. There's big town hall, 3,000 people in Motorola. I was just fresher. And I thought, okay, that is like, I'll ask this time a question. So 90 minutes town hall happened. And then The moment I said any question, I was the first person to ask the question. And you not believe, on the day I asked the question, I asked the follow-up question, and after that my whole confidence is so high. I am not afraid. No, if you see, ask me now. If somebody asks me, sir, how I can, like, suppose say, I do every day so many classes, live classes with 200 people. And those people are like not just kids or something. They are engineers. They are engineers. They are all engineering, like all 20s in 20s. But when I do my math session there or Vedic math session or aptitude, there is zero hesitation. You know why? Because that hesitation, when I've done that thing in my Motorola, no, I'm not afraid. So see, at that time, asking question, opening up, if I was scared, maybe I have not done this class also, right? So you are right. A lot of people do that. Believe me, there are many people scared to ask questions. Because they feel, oh, what? Even people laugh, they laugh. What will happen? They will forget or will forget, right? But we are not developing ourselves. So I'm very happy you came forward the first one. Let's try. So
Thank you, sir.
thank you. So let me open up. This is my JSON web. I have 19 games to move. So much sorry for that. Yesterday I was very busy today also. So I'll make moves, guys. Tonight or tomorrow I'll make a lot of moves. Okay. So Divakarji's game is this. Let me first. Divakarji, this was your game first, right? So this is what your game. This is your game first. Everybody able to see my screen, guys? Divakarji, my screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Perfect.
sir.
So again, guys, one more thing. I don't know whether you are using this or not. You can always use this to analyze. So my first move was E4. Your first move was NF6. It's okay, not a very bad one, good. But only drawback with move was the moment I put this, you have to move your knight. You lose one tempo, right? Got it, guys? What I'm trying to say. His move, first move, NF6 was not bad. But because I moved, unless he has to move his, but he has not moved. I'll explain to that first move. That's fine. See, we are learning, right? So, better move would be either you could have done this pawn or this NF6 or C5, E4, C5, better. But your move was not bad. Little bit of, because I attacked it. First mistake, which was little. But a second mistake. No, the moment I see I was attacking the knight. Ideally, he should have ideally defended this, or he would have attacked similar piece of mine, but there is no chance here. What he did is, that's fine. He did it. He opened it up. Very good. But if I capture his knight, I am getting a major piece. He will get my only pawn. So that is a big mistake, right? So what happened now? I captured the knight. But very good, Divakarji, that is how we learn. So let's see second game also. These are the first game. No, I think after that, who has to move? Wait. So I captured it. No, it's your turn, right?
My turn, yes.
So obviously, you should either capture it, because why you will leave my pawn unnecessary? Ideally. But again, your choice. I'm just telling you, you can capture. The problem will be double pawns. But still, you are getting the piece. You have to make a decision. You want to get up, because the moment you capture, your double pawns will happen, right? I just told today double pawns are bad. But here you're gaining one piece, right? So let it be bad, because you're getting one piece. So you can still capture that. Or you can make any other move you want. Let's try your second game. Second game of Divakarji is this. This time Divakarji was the first white one. Let me say. You started with NF3, very good move. NF3 was good move. It is called as Reti opening. So though I'll cover some of the openings in my last few classes, it's called Reti opening. It's a very good move, very solid opening. What I did is NF6. As of now, we are neutral. As of now, at this point, we both are neutral. No one has advantage. Then you done this. It's still very good. There is no difference. Why? Because you can open your bishop. Your queen also can come out. Plus, your this knight is defending. Very good move. And second thing is, you are controlling 1 and 2 and 3 this square. So it's a very strong move. What I did is D5. Very ordinary move, very standard move. There is nothing big, nothing wrong here and nothing great here. Very standard move. Then what you did is any 5. Now this move is I'll not say bad, I'll not say it's a debatable, but you are trying to attack. This move is not bad, Divakar. Because why? There is support. See the guy. But if suppose this pawn was not here, Divakar, then this move have been maybe blunder, maybe. But because this pawn is there and this pawn is supported by queen, very good move. No, I have to think what to do because you are attacking directly this. And I'll give an idea now. I'm not going to do that, but what I'm going to do? Suppose you somehow you move your queen, suppose say here. You can do mate in 5 moves. You can do my mate. Because as of now, who is defending? Who is defending my f7? Only the king, right? So if you kill now my f7, I'll kill with the king. But the moment you put one, suppose queen is here, then I cannot. Then it's a mate for me. What I'm trying to say, understood, guys? If Divakarji put somehow queen here, and then they from queen they capture this, it's mate for me. If I don't do anything, right? So this is a very strong move, but I'll find out how to attack it. I may work this. Again, I'm not moving, but I can move this. Why? To action. No, I'm telling you strategy, real strategy. If I move this, I'm trying to exchange. Why? Because Divakarji moved too forward, you are attacking me. If I exchange advantage for you or me, it's advantage for me. Your move was so forward and I captured it, so you lost some moves. So I can capture. But the problem is if you capture it, I have to capture with this. See what happens. If you capture with your knight, I capture with my pawn, I have double pawn. Bad. Correct? So I have to think. I also can move. As of now, you are only targeting this. Not a problem. I can either put this, I can either put this. I can also move this. Nothing to worry. As of now, because your main move will come when you put king, queen here somewhere to defend it. So I have to think about it. But it's a good move. There is no mistake as of now. Very nice, Divakarji. Please ask me any question you want to ask me.
Now, sir, if you want to bring your knight of b8 to the position you were telling,
Yes.
and now if the opponent want to attack my white horse, my white knight, no, even I can kill that.
Correct. That's what I'm telling you. It's exchange only. For me, no advantage. Only exchange.
Yeah, for you it is, and for me it will be through pawn.
For you it will be good. You know why? Because then you will attacking this knight also.
Yeah.
You are right. That's why I'll not do this one. I may not do this one. You are right. It's a very good question. Because for me, no advantage. Because he will again put it here. He still, but then you have to put this pawn. You have to support with some of them, either with bishop or with them. But two forward pawn is also bad. Slowly, you'll understand. But it's a very good move. What you done is not a bad move. If you play this move with any of the person who doesn't know much chess, they will lose. Believe me, they will lose. Because what thing you should do next is this pawn is attacking this. You should try to attack this pawn somehow. You should move this white here. Start bringing the king here, queen here, or start bringing queen here, or bringing queen here, so that you start support. So that way is a good strategy. Anything else you want to know, Divakarji? You will go to second.
In castling, sir, we have to keep 4 pawns.
In castling?
Yes.
No, castling means the space between rook and king should be empty.
Yeah.
Pawns are not important there.
No, but to cover the.
Depending upon which castling you are doing. So, it like, suppose if I am doing castling, okay, I have to show you my board. Suppose my screen is visible here.
Yes.
So let the analysis board. Suppose, or not logged in. Oh, because it timed out. Very nice. Let me try. We'll do for only 2 more people, guys, today, because then I have another thing. What I was doing is let me open any game. Say this one. Oh, there is no analysis board here. One second. Which one I was playing? Because M series. Maybe this one. Analysis board. Okay. So now, okay, I also tell you what AIWCF guys. This is like Indian National All India Web Chess. So if anybody want to get registered for this, You can contact. I'll send you in WhatsApp today, everybody. It's a very good site. You can play with national and international players. Lot of matches you will also learn. I am one of the member. So everybody go to AWCF. I'll just help you to get the membership with some discount. I can talk to AWCF to give discount with my student, but I not spoken to them. So I can try. What I was asking is, so it depends. Suppose it's like here. Sorry. Suppose you do this cancelling. Say this is forget here, forget here. If you do this cancelling, then these three pieces, because only this. But if you do other cancelling, suppose say no, here anyway cancelling was different. Okay, 1 second. If my cancelling was long one, this and this, so then obviously it can be attacked from anywhere. This, right?
Yeah.
So depending upon how many, see, it can be attacked diagonally, straight or diagonal.
Yes.
So most of the time this three pieces. That's it. Cool. Any question? Anyone else?
And sir, the difference between both the games is if you are able to observe or feel that this is the gap of the 2-3 classes. Now that was the first game.
But I'm very happy the way you moved in the second one.
You told in the previous
Yeah.
the center, try
Right.
to attack the fitness. See the
No,
mistake in the first game, and now that somehow I try to improve something there.
Very nice. And you know what? I intentionally asked you to start playing because let them commit mistake and then you will know how it's done. So that's good. Thank you, Divakarji, for coming up. Who is
Welcome,
the
sir,
second?
welcome.
Who is the second person who said?
I think sir, Master Chintia is saying something.
Achintya wanted before that somebody one more tell. Divyesh said, right, Divyesh?
Yes.
Divyesh, you started your game. Which one is your login? Yours is this. Divyesh is there. Sorry, I got it. Perfect. So in this, Divyesh is in black and I'm white. So I made the first move of D4. This move is okay. Why? Because you directly start attacking my pawn. No problem. Correct? That's good one. Then I have attacked your now. Now again the problem this time is, again it's not a negative, good, not a bad move for you. But I forwarded because I wanted to see where you move. So now you have to lose one tempo. So what you've done is you're here. It's okay. But what happened now is you moved one piece twice, which is really against the principle. So you lose the tempo, right? You're done only one piece, right? So you have to always see which kind of thing you're moving so that others cannot up. But there's nothing wrong as of now. I have put this, just I moved this because I want to defend this one for future. Now what happened is you moved one more knight. Maybe maybe your objective will be to attack this one. Or maybe you remove, you give a place for bishop and castling. Maybe, I don't know. That's it. So as of now, nothing bad here. It's going good. No, it depends. Your next 4 or 5 moves, what you do.
Okay.
If I move this, my white here, it's a blunder. Why? You might think I am exchanging. It's a blunder for me. My pawn is so much advanced and I am exchanging, right? It's bad for me, right, everybody?
Yes.
If I move this pawn ahead, what happens? You will capture. So even if I capture with something, I am losing my advanced pawn. I am on the 5th row, right? It's very good. So that's it. Divya, you move to another game also or not? It's only one game.
No, 2 games.
Where is the Divya?
8-3.
Yes. Let's try this one. You started with, okay, knight opening again. I started with E5, D5, sorry. Okay. No, I don't know what is the objective, but it's a very strong move. You are opening up your bishop. But it's a very strong move in terms of you're not moving far ahead, but you're trying. That's good. Then what I did, I am trying. No, I'll not say what is my intention, ideally, but in the class, okay, I want to attack somehow this with one more thing or something. But I want to open up this also. So let's see. Now, no, you moved this because you want to attack on this, right?
Yes.
It's not a bad move unless I attack something.
Okay.
It's not a bad move unless I attack something. Let's see. Now, I have to defend. So it's a problem for me because I have lost one tempo. I am going down, right? So well played, Divya. Till now, well played.
Thank you.
Correct. Now let's see next 5-6 move. What happens? How You fair, but it's good. Guys, even if you lose or I lose, doesn't matter. The idea is how much study we are learning. Thank you, Divesh. Achintya, you want to go next?
Yes, sir.
Achintya? Achintya,
Yes, sir.
Achintya is this one. Guys, we'll do, this is the last one maybe. And, oh, we have made a lot of moves. So first, Achintya started with, again, lot of you do NF3, guys. Very nice. Any reason, guys? Tell me, Divakarji or Achintya or Divyesh, why you all go with NF3?
Reti opening.
Reti opening you're trying, all of you. I
Yes,
never
sir.
played with, I don't play with NF3 generally. I love E4, E5, I love Queen's opening or I love King's opening, or you can say E4. Okay. So Achintya, that is what you did. I'll obviously have done this, which is not a good move. I made a bad move. But there's a difference. I didn't make a very good move. I would have done D4, D5, that's fine. Now, what is the reason here, Achintya, this one? If you want to share your secret.
No, sir.
You don't want to share?
No.
Okay. So he played this move. Most probably he want to move the queen. If I defend this, he want to attack. So let's see. As of now, very good move. There is nothing wrong in it. I played this. I intentionally opened my king. Let it attack. I'll tell you later. I intentionally allowed him to attack my king. What he did, he has not attacked my. I thought he will give me check. He never did. He again put this. Again, even if we don't tell, I know he's trying to open this. He's trying to capture this. Let's see. As of now, it's very neutral. There's nothing wrong. No at this. Can somebody tell me why I done NF6? NF6. I am just opening, developing my knight. I'll defending this also. Correct? But there is something else for future. Then, no, he is doing this. So as
To
of now,
capture queen.
Sorry?
To capture queen in future.
Yes, that all. Now, if you see Achintya's overall play, he's not too aggressive here. He's trying to make a solid play. Correct, everybody? He's trying to make a solid play. He's developed knight. He's developed bishop. He has put 2 pawns to capture this much. He's playing solid. No, I have to still think what I've done. So what I've done is, I opened. Now, why I put this one? Tell me. Why I moved this?
Opening your bishop and supporting.
There are 2 objectives. Very good, Ishar.
C5 pawn and.
Guys, did you notice one thing I didn't do? This is a marvelous thing. I have opened this up. I'm supporting this, but see this now. Because he was attacking my this pawn. Now, because I moved this pawn, one thing I am supporting this pawn with this, but more importantly, my objective is supporting this with it. That is how you should learn. That how you can try to maximize your one move with multiple objectives. So I am doing this. Now, what has this Achintya has done? Achintya captured. No, Achintya. That was a bad move. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Guys, maybe some error, but he captured, maybe he forgot this, right?
Yes, sir.
So I can definitely, I'll capture definitely. Let me do right away. I'll capture this. I'm not losing anything as of now, right? Unless I have to study more. But as of now, looks like there's nothing wrong because I am getting one major piece. Let me analyze whether I lose something here, here. If you do something, capture, he will do check here, I'll do this, I'll move that. That's it. So, he has done a mistake and I captured it. No, he might have some different ideas, I don't know. But if he missed to see my bishop, then there's a mistake. Right, Achintya?
Now you can castle your king.
I can do when I get a chance, you are right. If I want, I can do, you are right. So, Achintya, let's do second game.
Yes, sir.
Second game of Achintya is, I think this one. So, this time I am void. So, guys, initially try to think a lot. My 3-point strategy. What you are attacking, what you are getting attacked, okay? So, I done E4. He has done E6. Okay, maybe he's opening this. Let's see. I have done this. No, I intentionally done this. You know, this is not a good move. If I am playing with a very, like say, at a professional level, I am intentionally doing that to test Achintya what he does. Okay, just to test him. What he does, he is blocking with bishop. Sorry, knight. No, there is a debate whether you do with this, you do with this, or do with this. Bishop Knight is not wrong. It's good. Only problem is this is blocked. If you're done with the bishop, then it will attack me also, right? Achintya? If you would have put bishop here, then I would be forced to capture or move back. So that's not a mistake. Strategy, your strategy. Then I done. It's a simple move of developing because I want to castle maybe. Now, no, this is not a good move. Tell me why. It's not a good move. In general, unless you are moving this bishop here and making a kind of a diagonal attacking it. But otherwise, it's a bad move because you are also opening your knight, your rook where I can attack. So depend what are your next few moves. If you're moving bishop here, then it's okay. But your intention is not that, then it's not a good move. Okay, Chinthya?
Okay, sir.
So it depends upon why. So he has moved this, I have moved this. See what I have done now. Now the problem is, even if Achintya moves this here, even if Achintya moves this black bishop here, I'll capture, right?
You'll capture. You can capture my knight as well.
No, knight I'll not capture. Why? Because you will capture with king and or queen. So knight I'll not capture. But I can capture this now. So you have to defend your rook now. So what you have done now is, oh, you have to defend your rook. Okay, it's my turn. I will happily go and capture it. Rook is a very big piece, right, guys? So I will capture this. That's it. I am submitted. Got everybody? How I am realizing? When somebody is moving, I am thinking what he has done, what is the objective. And when I am moving, I have to think what I am losing, what I am gaining. See, I have done a very few seconds of analysis here, right? Before, I was not knowing because I played 19, 20 games, right? I don't remember where what. But the moment you moved this, I know you may do this. Before you do, I have done this. Correct? So, no, ideally, Achintya, you would have moved this rook to here. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
But that's good that we are analyzing for that purpose. So every time we are going to analyze 2 or 3 or 4 games. Good, it's helpful, guys. How to analyze, how to play. So now, since he has put something else, but guys, again, he will capture this. Maybe. But I'm not bothered. You know why? Because if I capture, even if he capture this, again I'm telling you, Achintya, it's a secret. Even if you capture this, my bishop can capture again. So it's not a loss for me. So I'm not worried. So you cannot capture this. My bishop is still defending this. So shall I tell you what you should move? No, right? Okay. So this is how it works. Is enough, guys? Hope we have analyzed 3 people's game. You enjoyed at least learning how to do it. On Friday also, we have class on Thursday or Friday, I forgot. Monday and Thursday, right?
Monday and Thursday.
Thursday. So in Thursday, we'll meet next Thursday. Till then, make more moves. Come up with more questions. We are going to do, today we did 13 strategies. We'll do next 12 more. And we also will analyze the game. Okay? Thank you everyone. Then enjoy. Tell me, how was it? Is it useful to you? Are you feeling you're learning something? Something new?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Thank you. Enjoy everyone. Bye-bye. Next time, come onwards. We'll do more analysis. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
sir.
everyone. Thank you. Divakarji, nice. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Nitila, how are you? All good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
Thank you.